hop on. But I do want to go ahead and get started on time. We so respect your time and appreciate you being on tonight. My name is Emily Stanley, and I'm just so glad that I get to share with all of you. And, this is a really exciting time to learn more about Green Compass and the products that we offer and the opportunity behind those products. We just had our second annual conference last weekend, which was incredible. And it's crazy to think that we are finishing up our second year in business and heading into year three. It has flown by, and we are just so excited and looking forward to what this next year holds for our company and for our advocates and for our customers. It's really funny because when this company was first introduced to me and this opportunity, I said thanks, but no thanks. It was a season of life that was even more busy than normal. I had another business. I have three young kids. We just had so many things going on that when Emily here reached out to me about it, I said, no, thank you. And I also said, what is CBD? I don't even know what it is. And it's really interesting to me that, that was 2 years ago this past November. And the awareness around CBD has grown so much in those 2 years that now it's hard to find somebody that hasn't used CBD, thought about using CBD, have friends or family that have used it, or at least heard of it. But at that time, I hadn't. And I remember we hung up the phone. I was out running errands and I got out of my car and I looked up, and across the street was a huge banner for CBD. I was like, oh, that's funny. I think I even took a picture of it and sent it to her. Like, is that a sign? But I went on with my day, and then I started noticing that I was seeing CBD everywhere. And I mentioned it to my dad, and then all of a sudden, every day, he's sending me articles from the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal. And I started to realize that if I was going to say no to something, I needed to at least know what it was that I was saying no to, just like all of you that are on here learning more and getting your questions answered. And so I called Emily, and my first question was, what is CBD? Is this marijuana? Like, what is going on here? And she gave me the explanation of the difference between the two. And I love sharing it because if anyone else has that confusion, it so clearly tells you how different these two plants and these two products are. Marijuana, as she told me, is very high in THC. It's about 24 to 26% THC, and it's actually very low in CBD. And hemp, which is what the CBD comes from, is very high in CBD and very low in THC. It's only about 0.3% THC or less. And that's why that's the legal limit for CBD derived from hemp, because that is the highest amount that would ever be in the hemp plant, is that 0.3% or less. So there are no psychoactive effects. We do have products that I'll go into later that don't have any THC in them, but even the products with the THC, I give them to my young kids. There is no high associated. And so I love giving that explanation that she told me about what the difference is between the two. And I hope that's helpful for y'all. The next question I had was, if I was looking at this opportunity, I really wanted to know that there was a really strong business structure behind it. My dad's a banker. I went to him, and he has seen companies do things the right way and the wrong way his entire career. And he gave me great questions to ask them. And with every answer I came back with, he would say, Emily, if what you're telling me is true, and I know that it is, then this company is doing everything the right way. And that's what I needed to hear, to know about, how solid that business structure was. And the next thing that I think, this is something what y'all are all probably wanting to know, is I said, why are people going to want Green Compass CBD? What sets it apart? Why are people going to want it over these other products that I'm seeing? And she shared with me the company story. And it really tells you what you need to know about who we are, what sets us apart, and why people will want Green Compass CBD. And, she told me about Meredith and Sterling Cook, who are two of our founders. And Meredith was using CBD after the birth of her son when she wasn't feeling like herself anymore. Her brother gave her CBD, and it lifted that fog, and she did feel like herself again. And she wanted to give it to her kids. And that's when you're like, what's in here? You want more answers about what it is that you're going to be putting in to their body. And her husband, Sterling, is an incredible businessman, and he was in the agriculture industry. So he had some very solid relationships with different farmers two of whom are the Wooten brothers, our other two founders. And they are sixth generation farmers. They have their agriculture degree from North Carolina State. And they were two of the founding members of the hemp pilot program in North Carolina. So he went straight to them with these questions. And what they realized was that, not all hemp is created equal. So not all CBD is created equal. And the product that Meredith was taking wasn't something they wanted to give to their kids. And they also weren't finding a product that they did trust enough anywhere on the marketplace. But what they knew was that they had the resources, the capabilities, the knowledge, and the belief that they could create the best CBD. And so they did. And they created it for their friends and family. But, word of mouth is a funny thing. And their friends and family were going to their physicians and telling them about these incredible products they were taking and how they were helping them. And these physicians called Meredith and Sterling and said, we want to put your products on our shelves. And that's how Green Compass was originally going to launch with our business model. But they had entrepreneurial friends that, made them realize that there was a better way to get these products into needed hands. And so that's how direct sales really found them. And we launched in February of 2019 with as a vertically integrated company. We don't outsource a single step of the process. We have total transparency. We even have QR codes on the bottom of each bottle, which we don't outsource a single step. So we know exactly what is in there, but we still want every advocate and customer to be able to scan that code and pull up a third-party lab report telling them exactly what is in that bottle. And what we found when we launched was the true need that there was for a company and a product like Green Compass. They projected we would do $300,000 to $500,000 in year one, and industry leaders. And we did $1 million in the first 45 days. And we did just under 12 million in year one, and we doubled that in year two. And it shows the need that there was for that, for a product like Green Compass, and a product that people could trust, and a need that there was for people to have someone that they trust recommending it to them. So now that you know a little bit about the story of us and what really sets us apart, how we're vertically integrated, how we have the transparency every step of the way, we're USDA certified organic. I want to tell you a little bit about the products. This one right here, our oils are the backbone of the company. They are what I take every day. I really can't live without it. I may have taken a little bit before this presentation, before talking with all of you. It just helps me to feel more balanced, more rested, to handle the stress of our days. Those times, I have 3 young kids, and sometimes late afternoon when you feel like your head might spin around and you might lose your cool, I can kind of step aside and be like, all right, no, this is not that big of a deal. I can handle this situation. What do we need to do? In a situation that normally I may have lost my cool, I may have felt overwhelmed. And this is what helps me get through those moments and not have to experience them in my days. So I love the oil. We also have our topical cream. This is for localized pain. It's going to be immediate relief. So if I sleep on my neck wrong, if my husband's shoulder is bothering him, then this is our go-to. We have a skincare line. We have receptors for CBD in our skin. So it's going to help with inflammation, give you that youthful glow. I am obsessed with mine, and I'm really picky with skincare. So I wasn't sure if I was going to love it. And I have been so impressed by it. We have some other products that, the advocate that invited you can go through the full product line. But I want to touch on right now our newest product, which are our nanotechnology CBD jellies, AKA gummies, but ours are even better. They're jellies. And, it's funny because when I first started with Green Compass, we always said, no, we'll never have gummies. They are not effective. What they have to do to the CBD compromises the quality of the CBD. They have fillers. The way that they process them is not a clean process. But it's because the technology to create the right jelly hadn't been created yet. We have a chief science officer. We were partnered with the biotech department at the University of North Carolina at Wilmington. We outgrew using their lab, and so we've actually built our own. We have our research and development team. And under the guidance of our chief science officer, we were able to perfect this nanotechnology. And there might be other companies that use it, but it's something that really needed to be perfected. And this creates nano-sized CBD that is water soluble. So it can be made into things like the jellies. It's going to have bioavailability. So you're going to get the maximum delivery of that CBD. And we are actually the only USDA certified organic nanotechnology jelly or gummy out there on the marketplace. And so we have the one that is going to deliver the results. It's going to be one that you can trust. It's only going to have what you need to be putting into your body to give it a benefit. And what I love is it shows that Green Compass is always going to be dedicated to quality, to products that are going to deliver results, but also to being on the cutting edge of this industry, which is a new industry. And we are always looking to evolve and to be offering the best and latest products to our customers and our advocates, but only the ones that are held to our really strict standards of quality and what's going to give the best results to the end user. And so I hope that gives you a little bit more information just about, our CBD. Oh, I forgot to tell real quick, how does CBD work? And so I'm going to tell you that really quick. So if you're, hearing me talk about these products and you're like, yeah, but how does it work? What does it do? We have an endocannabinoid system in our bodies. We call it the ECS system. And we have receptors for CBD throughout our bodies. It's one of the largest systems that we have in our bodies. And these receptors, as we age, emotional stressors, environmental stressors, inflammation, they can cause these receptors to become depleted. And when they receive a quality CBD like ours, it helps to bring our systems back into balance, back into homeostasis. And so we're treating the system and not just the symptom. So often people have, one issue and they take a medication and that causes another issue and they have to take a medication to help with that issue. And so it creates this domino effect because you're just treating the symptom and not what's actually causing it. And so CBD is going to actually create or help to with this bring the system back into balance and to treat the system instead of just all those individual symptoms that we're having. And so that's how one product is able to help with so many different issues, from the oils that we take to get us through our days, the topical creams, the skincare, the jellies, our bath bombs. And so I hope that that gives you a little bit more information just about who we are and our products and how CBD works. And now Emily is going to fill you in a little bit more about the opportunity behind them.
Thank you, Emily number two coming in. Hey guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight to learn a little bit more about Green Compass. My name is Emily Beal and I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm a mom to two and my whole family uses these products. My husband loves that reduced cream. I love the oil and my kids love the oil. And I've got a dog sleeping back here who loves our pet line. So I'm so glad you guys got to hear about what we have. Pets use our products too. But you guys, I'm going to talk to you about the opportunity behind our incredible lineup. And I'm just so passionate about what we have to offer here at Green Compass. I've been with the company for 2 years and it has just been the most incredible experience and totally life-changing for my family. So I wanted to give you a little bit of background on me and this direct selling space. You heard Emily say that this wasn't our original business model to put these products in to the hands of people like Emily and myself to get the word out, but people are so curious about CBD and word of mouth was the best way to help as many people as they possibly could. So if you're like me, I had a really big negative stigma about direct sales years ago. I went to a good school, got a good job. I was in the medical sales field and I loved what I did. And our world got turned a little bit upside down when I was pregnant with our first child. I got laid off. I got a phone call out of the blue and all of a sudden was out of a job. So going from 2 incomes to one was a big change for my husband and I. He totally could have used CBD back then, but we made it work. And I loved being at home with my daughter when she got here, but I really quickly realized that I needed something for me. What could I do where I could still be there for my daughter, but provide for my family? And I had someone, a really good friend, approach me about direct sales. I rolled my eyes. Thank you, but no thank you. I didn't want to be that girl that people ran from in the grocery store, selling things left and right, pushing things down people's throats. So I politely declined and I watched her journey. And, little by little, I started getting curious. And over the course of a 2-year span, I saw my friend replace her pharmaceutical sales income. I saw her grow and evolve and have fun. And all the while working this business that she was working around her family and fitting it in when and where she chose. So one day, I was still stuck. I looked in the mirror and I was like, who's really winning here? She was, right? And if she could do this, why couldn't I? So I jumped in with this other company and I was there for almost 5 years and I fell in love with the industry. I drank that haterade. And, I built a great business around my family and got to work on my terms. And that's when Green Compass was positioned to me. So I wasn't looking for anything, but I had that bug in my ear, like CBD. I've heard a little bit about this, and I did some research and I saw the projected growth. You guys, this is $1 billion industry projected to grow to 23 billion in the next couple of years. That's huge. This is a product that can help people feel better and live better. People want a natural source to help them feel better. And I did some more research and had some conversations, and I had that bug in my ear like, what if I joined that other company 2 years earlier? Here we are in a ground floor industry that's just getting started. It just became legal, a ground floor company that is just getting launched. We are still wide open and we're doing everything right. You heard Emily talk about our founders and the quality of our products. And I jumped in, you guys, and thank goodness, because what took 5 years to grow with that other business, we surpassed in our first month here at Green Compass. And it's truly because we've got the right product in the right space. So it's been a great fit for Emily and I. Could this be a good fit for you? There are a few things, 3, that I really think you should look at when you're considering this for yourself. And I like to call it the trifecta of direct sales. Number 1 is this a product that people are going to use? When it comes to CBD, yes. Again, my whole family, my son is 5. My husband is 45. Don't tell him I said that. My parents are in their 60s and 70s. My dog, they all use our products and love them and share them with their friends and their family. And I would say about 8 out of every 10 people that I talk to are curious about CBD, but they don't know where to turn or where to buy it because there's a lot of junk out there and it's hard to trust the CBD space. That's where we come in. We get to be that trusted resource for our friends and family. And it's just been incredible to be a part of. And, we're not looking for salespeople. We're looking for people to get excited about CBD and share it. Our business is built totally on testimonials. Oh, I've had a really great night's sleep thanks to that product. Oh, I'm so stressed out thanks to CBD. I'm not anymore. And so it's just like recommending, your favorite mascara. I guess nowadays it's like your favorite loungewear, right? Because we're all stuck at home. And how easy is it to share something that can truly help people feel better and something that you're passionate about and that you believe in? So that's the product. Number 2 is the compensation plan. I'm sure you guys are like, hey, can you really, make money doing this? And absolutely, you guys, our compensation plan is incredible. It's been life changing for my family. And we work this business virtually. It has to be something simple and duplicatable that the busy person can plug into in order to have success. So we've got people from all walks of life having success here at Green Compass. I'm a stay at home mom, but we have dads, we have full time employees, we have business owners, we have all types of people from all walks of life having success. And how this business works, we've got this consumable product. You take it, it runs out, you get reorders. And every time you sell a product, you get paid. Every time your customer and customers reorder, you get paid. As you grow a team and find other people who are either loving their CBD or looking for a plan B, maybe they love their job, but they want more time with their family. Maybe they have really big goals to have financial freedom. The sky is the limit with this opportunity. As you grow a team, you make a commission off of every product that goes in and out of your team's hands as well. And it's up to you what you do with this business. And you get to plug in as little or as much as you choose when it comes to our comp plan. But it is good, let me tell you. If you want to do big things, we're here to help you do that. And then lastly, you guys, number 3 is the leadership. You really want to know who the company is that you're linking arms with and where they're going. And I hope hearing Emily speak gave you a glimpse into our company's heart and soul and the culture that we have here and where we're going with our product innovation. We have got the most incredible team here at Green Compass. And how it works, you get a business kit and you are able to enter this soon to be $23 billion industry for the price of a trip to Costco. And then guess what? We've done all the heavy lifting for you. We provide you with a website and a back office. We've got an incredible customer service team. And then we've got all the training at your fingertips to plug into as little or as much as you choose. And your goals are your goals. This is your business. If you want a little bit of wiggle room at the grocery store, you can do that. If you want that shoe fund, you can do that. But if you have really big dreams and you want to replace an income, you can do that too. It's all up to you and how big you want to do this. But the stars truly have aligned here. The opportunity is absolutely incredible. And we would love to have you. But you know what? If this isn't for you, that's okay. This is not for everybody. We really just ask that you think of us when you run into somebody who could benefit from our products. You know, maybe they need a better night's sleep. Maybe they're in pain. Maybe they're stressed and they need some help. We would love the referral. And maybe you know somebody who could use a plan B or another stream of income. We just ask that you think of us. And I hope that this answered some of your questions. We're so honored that you guys took the time out of your, I don't even know what day it is tonight, to listen to us, and just get with whoever invited you tonight. If you have any lingering questions, they will take care of you, or pop a comment in the thread. But thank you guys so, so much. Have a wonderful evening.